What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update and the two upcoming stimulus/infrastructure packages, as well as what is going on in the world today. Last night, President Biden announced some items that will be or could be in the next stimulus package. Remember, now is the time. Now is actually the most important time. In the next upcoming days is when the negotiations, which is what really will matter, what will be in this next stimulus check package. Will there be a fourth stimulus check? How much will it be? Will it be $1,400? Will it be $2,000? Will it be one of these monthly recurring stimulus check bills that we have, the $2,000 per month bill from the Senate or the $1,000 bill from the House? Could we see that? Could we see these Social Security increases? Remember, we have two different bills there as well. The SSI increase of $279 per month. Could that include SSDI? Will we see the marriage penalty gotten rid of? Will we see the asset limit raised? Will we see the long-awaited $200 per month Social Security increase for all of Social Security? Remember, all these are bills that are on the table. Last night, President Biden talked about some of the things that he wants to include in this package. But remember, this package needs to be passed by the House and the Senate first. It is the lawmakers that actually truly decide what will be added in, what will be taken out, what will be negotiated on, what might be made more, what might be made less. And we've seen this time and time again. And I know this for a fact. We think about things like, let's think about the third stimulus check package. They had to take out the $15 an hour minimum wage. However, they added in the $10,200 unemployment tax break, which may have just likely gotten you an extra $1,000. Some people had actually got an extra $2,500. That wasn't added in until the day they passed the bill in the Senate. The $15 an hour minimum wage was in there. When we go back to the second stimulus check package, they didn't even have a stimulus check in there until 2 days before they passed the bill. Then the outcry, the push, the momentum, basically all the Americans saying we need a check. We had congressmen and congresswomen saying we need a check added in here. They added the check in. They wrote the bill the next day and passed it in the House and then passed it in the Senate. Boom, 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 just like that fast. Remember, the second stimulus check was just added in the day before they wrote the bill. We go back to the third stimulus check package. Things were taken in or taken out and added in literally the day they passed the bill in the Senate. And that is what will happen again with this stimulus package. It's no different than the other ones. There will be negotiations. There could be things taken out. The second stimulus check package, they took the money away from states and cities and gave it to us for a stimulus check. And we'll likely see multiple different items like that as well in these next two stimulus packages. There's the physical infrastructure package, which is mostly based on, well, physical infrastructure. It's called the American Jobs Plan, and it's said to have, it will create millions and millions of jobs. And the American Families Plan, which is really where all the stimulus will happen, as White House calls it, an anti-poverty package. And it basically has multiple different stimulus items that will be in it before all is said and done. So remember, these next upcoming days is going to be where the push to have a fourth stimulus check in there. How much will it be? Will it be monthly recurring stimulus checks, or will it be just a single stimulus check? Will they add in the Social Security raises, the SSI, SSDI, the $200 per month Social Security increases? Will they have the free college in there that President Biden talked about last night? Just because President Biden talked about having free college in there for everybody under a certain income requirement doesn't necessarily mean it will be passed just because the president wants it in there. Any of the things that he talked about or didn't talk about last night, really all the things that are on the table, is about 15 different stimulus items that are on the table. It's a lot more than just stimulus checks. We have the child income tax credits. President Biden talked last night about extending those till at least 2025. That's probably the largest stimulus item out there. It's $3,000 for children or the dependent, or the parent who claims them as a dependent. $3,000 for children over the age of 6. $3,600 for children under the age of 6, and will be paid out in monthly stimulus checks of $250 to $300 per month. Now, President Biden said he wants to extend that to at least 2025, but that does not necessarily mean that that is what will happen. It could be thrown out. They might not get enough votes for it, although that seems unlikely, but it's a possibility. It could be extended to more than 2025. There's a lot of Democrats pushing to make it permanent. So basically, any child in America that their parents make below the below the income requirements will get monthly stimulus checks. Okay, we already know this is already happening from the third stimulus check package, although for only 1 year. So all these items are up for negotiation now. Now is the most important time. These next coming days is when we will see what's going to be added in, what's going to be out, how much will the checks be, will there be reoccurring checks, will the child tax credit checks, will they be extended, how long will they be extended for, will they be free college, all these different stimulus items that we've been talking about are now is actually the most important time. So yeah, I just want to make that clear because there's some people say, "Oh, he didn't talk about this, or he didn't talk about that, or this isn't enough, or he added this in, but we don't want this, or we don't want." All this stuff is just up for negotiation now. It's just a proposal of what will be said and done. But if you've been following this channel, you know that the second stimulus check and the third stimulus check package, they're adding in things and putting in things and negotiating things higher, negotiating some things lower, throwing in a $10,000 tax credit at the very last moment. So this is where things kind of get exciting. This is where we start to see all the magic happen of what's going to be included in the bill. Here is President Biden's last 2 minutes or so of his speech, and he mentions how more is yet to come. Listen in.
Can our democracy deliver on its promise that all of us, created equal in the image of God, had a chance to lead lives of dignity, respect, and possibility? Can our democracy deliver to the most pressing needs of our people? Can our democracy overcome the lies, anger, hate, and fears that have pulled us apart? America's adversaries, the autocrats of the world, are betting we can't. And I promise you, they're betting we can't. They believe we're too full of anger and division and rage. They look at the images of the mob that assaulted the Capitol as proof that the sun is setting on American democracy. But they're wrong. You know it, I know it. But we have to prove them wrong. We have to prove democracy still works, that our government still works, and we can deliver for our people. In our first 100 days together, we've acted to restore people's faith in democracy to deliver. We're vaccinating the nation. We're creating hundreds of thousands of new jobs. We're delivering real results to people. They can see it, feel it in their own lives. Opening doors of opportunity, guaranteeing some more fairness and justice. That's the essence of America. That's democracy in action. Our Constitution opens with the words, as trite as it sounds, "We the people." Well, it's time to remember that we, the people, are the government. You and I. Not some force in a distant capital. Not some powerful force that we have no control over. It's us. It's we, the people. In another era, when our democracy was tested, Franklin Roosevelt reminded us, in America, we do our part. We all do our part. That's all I'm asking. That we do our part, all of us. And if we do that, we will meet the center challenge of the age by proving that democracy is durable and strong. Autocrats will not win the future. We will. America will. And the future belongs to America. As I stand here tonight before you in a new and vital hour of life and democracy of our nation, and I can say with absolute confidence, I have never been more confident or optimistic about America. Not because I'm president, because of what's happening with the American people. We've stared into the abyss of insurrection and autocracy, pandemic and pain, and we, the people, did not flinch. At the very moment our adversaries were certain we'd pull apart and fail, we came together, we united. With light and hope, we summoned a new strength, new resolve to position us to win the competition of the 21st century. On our way to a union more perfect, more prosperous, and more just as one people, one nation, and one America. Folks, as I told every world leader I've ever met with over the years, it's never, ever, ever been a good bet to bet against America, and it still isn't. We're the United States of America. There is not a single thing, nothing beyond our capacity. We can do whatever we set our minds to if we do it together. So let's begin to get together. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you for your patience.
So, as he said, we the people, me, you, our extended family, our community here, we the people, we need to show our support and our push and we need to get the momentum going even stronger than it is now for all these items that we want in this next stimulus package. For stimulus checks, recurring stimulus checks, we want the child tax credits to be extended so we help out our family with children. We want the Social Security raise, free college. What you need to do is make your voice heard. This is exactly how the second stimulus check was added in. They weren't going to have a second stimulus check in that package. And the outcry and the push from the people and also from congressmen and congresswomen saying, we can't pass this package without a second stimulus check. And they actually took the money away from states and cities and gave it to us as a stimulus check. We need the exact same thing to happen now in this fourth stimulus check package. We need to say the same thing for the Social Security raises, the SSI raise, the SSDI raises, the child stimulus check, the child tax credits, the free college, the $25,000 homebuyer credit that a new bill was just introduced this week. Any one of these things, and probably multiple different things I'm not thinking about, student loan debt forgiveness, although I think that's going to be done through an executive order. But there's so many of these different items that are on the block. They're on the table right now. They're being negotiated. They've been announced in brand new bills here within the past week or so. Everything that's been announced within the past week or so is currently being discussed. It's being negotiated. It's being talked about. Do they want to include it in this stimulus package? Do they want to include it in the next stimulus package? Are they going to try to pass it on standalone bills? Are they going to try to do it through executive orders? Now is actually the most exciting time for stimulus because any of these bills that are being talked about can be included in one of these next infrastructure package, although the vast majority of them will be in the American Families package. The others package is mostly physical infrastructure, although there might be some stuff in there for senior housing and healthcare and stuff like that. We'll go over those details once we learn more information about that. But really, all these stimulus items are on the block and can be added in at any given time, literally up until the day they sign it. That $10,200 tax break that you got if you had any unemployment income last year, that likely meant an extra $1,000 in your pocket on average. That wasn't even a thing. We never even talked about it ever. It wasn't even mentioned. It wasn't even brought up until the day they passed it. Okay, they lowered the income requirement for the third stimulus check from 100,000 down to 80,000. 75 to 80,000 is where it got that reduced check. So they lowered that down and they added in the $10,200 unemployment tax break. We literally never even heard of that ever. It wasn't even a thing. It wasn't a proposal. It wasn't a bill. It wasn't an idea. It had never even been talked about on this channel a single time. And then all of a sudden, the day they passed it in the Senate, it was negotiated in there literally at the last moment. It was all of a sudden like, somebody was like, hey, let's give an extra stimulus check to people who were unemployed last year by giving them this $10,200 tax break. And they were like, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that. And boom, it was done. And they didn't even need to print money per se, because it's kind of a tax break where you're not paying taxes, say la vie. But yeah, so that is how amazing this time is coming up here in the next upcoming days, is that anything like this can be added or subtracted or negotiated on or moved over from one package to another, or more money added, less money added. Now is the time to contact your senators, your House of Representatives. The most important people that are in charge of these bills are from the Senate. Senators Ed Markey and Elizabeth Warren are the co-authors of the $2,000 per month monthly stimulus checks to be included in this next package. This bill proposal is from the Senate, Senators Ed Markey and Elizabeth Warren. Tweet them, email them, call them. From the House of Representatives, we have Michigan Representative Rashida Tlaib and also Representative Jayapal are the co-authors of the $2,000 stimulus check with $1,000 monthly recurring payments thereafter for at least 18 months. In charge of the $200 per month Social Security bill, again, Elizabeth Warren, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, and Ron Wyden. Chuck Schumer is also for a fourth stimulus check. He's one of the senators that signed a letter to the president saying that he wants to include a fourth stimulus check and monthly stimulus checks. He is part of the support for the Senate bill, the fourth stimulus check here on monthly stimulus checks. He's the Senate Majority Leader. He's the person in charge of the Senate. And Senator Ron Wyden, Elizabeth Warren, and Chuck Schumer, you'll see over and over and over again, of course, with Senator Bernie Sanders. Senator Bernie Sanders, who's the Senate Budget Chairman, along with Representative Jamal Bowman, are two of the leaders for the SSI Social Security increase of $279 per month. Senator Bernie Sanders is also one of the leading senators pushing for extra Medicare benefits, including free dental, free vision, free hearing aids, as well as lower prescription drug prices. President Biden did mention lower prescription drug prices in his speech yesterday, and it is one thing they want to do. President Biden says that we pay more for prescription drug prices, along with us as Americans and us as the government. We pay more for prescription drug prices than any country in the world. And lower prescription drug prices alone can save our government $450 billion every single year, not counting the money that you would save by paying lower prescriptions. And they can use that money for Medicare increases and also possibly Social Security increases without even having to raise any tax or anything along those lines. So, again, it is now a very important time. We're going to be seeing in the next upcoming days this push to add in all these things, how the negotiations are going to be, what's going to be added, what's going to be subtracted. Will they include the Social Security bill? Will they include a fourth stimulus check? How much will it be? Will we see reoccurring stimulus checks? Will we see the already monthly recurring stimulus checks for the child tax credits? Will we see that continue until 2025 or even longer? Will we see Medicare increases? Now is a very important time. So don't miss any videos. New videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., 8 p.m., and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our channel. We will be discussing all these upcoming provisions and programs that they're working on and negotiating right now. Make sure to subscribe down below and join our family of subscribers. It's completely free to do so. After subscribing, click the bell icon to all notifications to get reminder notifications for the first 3 videos of the day. The 11 p.m. video, you just got to remember to show up. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on the Amazon FBA platform. I've had dozens of students that have already replaced their 9-to-5 income by selling products on Amazon, and I teach them how to do that. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.